Okay, so I'm standing between lunch. It's a scary place. So first of all, just a big thank you to everybody for coming here today. I mean, everyone knows how passionate I am about investor relations, about the role that it plays in the capital markets. You'll find me out there fighting for money to bring the people together and share best practice. I thought today was fantastic. I know I was a big part of putting the program together, but a big thank you to all of the speakers, the panelists. I thought the discussion was outstanding. I really enjoyed today. I hope you did too. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you found the interaction with the service providers, with your fellow colleagues. One of the sort of goals of the society, which is a slight shift from where we were before, is to actually bring the community together. IROs do not sit in a silo. IROs are the ones that are meant to be joining the dots, understanding the miscommunication, understanding the disconnects, and straightening the lines. And in order to do that, as you've seen today, we need the help of a lot of professionals, a lot of software, a lot of think tank, a lot of ideas. And a lot of integration, not only within the organization, not only with buy-side. I mean, I thought that last chat was absolutely fascinating. Thank you for sharing Lonwabo Perpetua's views. We don't often get such a detailed insight into the market. So really excited about where the society is going. So you're going to excuse me if I have a little bit of a pun today. I do think, and what I'm hearing is that the role of IROs in this complex environment, more and more important. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think that we really need to step up, and IROs can ensure that that share prices properly reflect the stock. I think it's important for the markets, and I really urge you all to stretch yourselves and to be brave, because IROs is a tough space. It's one of those really thankless jobs that you put your heart and soul in. It's long hours. It's trying to link people, link information. So big round to all of those people who put the efforts into that. I also think the role of IROs with the buy side is getting closer with all of that. It's not getting further as analysts disappear, but that's my take out from today. First of all, a thank you before I bring Amani onto the line, and I don't want to miss anyone, so I've written them all down. First of all, to Tangelo, who've been supportive the last couple of years, and they've provided the funding for us to be able to pull you all together. So a big thank you to them again. This year we have a couple of other real financial sponsors. So Instinctive, RMB, big thank you to you. Bastian, for all your hard work at the back. Goodness, Bench, you and the team, absolutely amazing. And it's all the way leading up. So big thank you to them. The JSC have actually hosted today for us. We don't pay for the venue, so a big thanks to them. Bronwyn always does an outstanding job of hosting. She ran off a little while ago. I said a big thank you to her personally, but always manages to tease the best out of the panelists. Absolute professional. She gives us her time for free, and we know she doesn't come for free, so a big thanks to her. Brunswick, who hosted the tea that you had this morning, and 800, which is my company, actually hosted the lunch. It was a way I could give back a little bit today. Also a special mention to Net Positive, Eurasia, for bringing your pop-up stand. She paid for her stand today, so she's also contributing to the day. Please go and check her out. She does amazing ESG work and absolutely pleasure to work with. So just a big shout out to everybody. So maybe the other people that I should just thank, because it's not just me, is the board members, Anash, Benj, Eurasia, Zikle, Paul, Sam, Tanya, and then the scurrying people at the back, Lisa, Linda. Really, we couldn't do what we do without all of you. The team at Bastian, again, thank you, and especially Tanya, the big thanks. I don't know if you have Amani on the line. Thank you. So How's it, Amani? How are you doing? We can't hear you yet.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Thanks for joining us today, and we're very excited. I think one of the big topics that came up to today was feedback, was context, and IIR playing a huge role internationally in this space. And the theme of feedback coming through nicely. So, who is Institutional Investor? Maybe you want to tell us a little bit.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me. We're very, very delighted, of course, to partner with the Investor Relations Society of South Africa. Slightly jealous of the 50 people that managed to grab their goodie bags. Hopefully we will be there next year in person and grab one of those as well. So we're very excited about the partnership. A little bit of background on Institutional Investor for those that don't know us. We've been around for over 53 years now, and our origins really are our financial publication, which really covers the most thought after and influential players across all facets of the investment management community and the banks. So in essence, we are a media, events and research company. And about 40 years ago, we actually branched out into proprietary research through our annual surveys, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. We've established ourselves as the gold standard for independent performance assessment and market intelligence across equity sectors, across fixed income and corporate IR and executive management teams, which is obviously the audience that we're addressing here today. So we're very, very excited.
Great, thanks. I don't know who's controlling the slides for you, but I don't know, do you want to put the slides up? Are you controlling them?
They should be up. I hope they are.
Yeah, okay. I have a second question. Why are the surveys you do important?
I mean, fundamentally, excuse me, the result of our annual research surveys produce a detailed ranking analysis and actionable insights on how you as investor relations professionals, as well as your executive management teams, benchmark against your peers, whether they are in your sector, whether they are in your country or in your region. And those rankings are basically recognized globally as the industry benchmark to measure and monitor your IR engagement across various different activities and efforts that you're doing. And one of the key thing really is to be able to independently measure investor relations. So it has really become a KPI, which can be very instrumental in even negotiating your compensation packages and also solidifying the function of investor relations as a strategic function as well, with very specific goals and targets to associate with. And we've seen this work really well on the sell side, because those rankings are very key to their careers in terms of making them, but also breaking them potentially. And we're increasingly seeing the same kind of adoption of the II rankings by corporate IR. And the key really to the quality and the reliability of our research is sitting within our methodology. Which is based on the voter universe that we're engaging for our surveys. We basically have a global buy-side and sell-side universe of key players, the top 96, 97% globally that are participating in our corporate surveys. And they have to be relevant. So they have to meet very specific eligibility criteria to participate, to assess you as companies. They have to demonstrate that they're invested in the region from an investment point of view, or in you as a company, or in your sector, or in your peers. And from a sell side point of view, they have to basically have covered you, your stock over the last 12 to 18 months. And fundamental to our methodology is the fact that this process or this survey is run completely independently, which means effectively that every single corporate entity, publicly listed entity, is eligible to be nominated, to be rated and assessed as part of the overall survey process. But there is no self-entry form. So corporates are not actively participating in this to basically, showcase the great work that they have done. The nominations and the evaluation is driven and directed and decided completely by the voter. So there's no pre-selected list of companies to choose from. They have to be entered by the voter, and they go ahead and assess you across various metrics. And then finally, really the output. And I hope you can see my slides now as they're coming up. But the output really is the driving force into really, and to Debbie's point is IR need to be brave. IR really need to think outside of the box, and they have to be creative and agile in terms of how they do investor relations, and they can't do it in a vacuum. So the output of our analysis and our comprehensive research is basically a comparative issue analysis. And you should see on the screen now all the different voting areas that are part and parcel of the corporate survey that the buy side and sell side assess you in. There are over 20 plus performance metrics, from your financial disclosure through, capital allocation of the CFO, the quality of your meetings, the business and market knowledge that you bring into the table. So fundamentally, the companies that will be, part of this nominee universe are those that have actually differentiated themselves. They stood above and beyond their peers. And I believe one of the questions came up about, buy-side analysts covering how much stock they're actually covering. Our numbers actually show that they're covering 80 to 100 companies. So it's a large universe of potential companies that could be part and parcel of the survey process, but only the best really stand out. And we also understand from many studies that have been conducted that great IR really leads to better valuation of the stock, reduction in cost of capital, and also access to deeper pockets of capital effectively. And this is really what our survey process brings to life. It's a three-way feedback loop where buy side, sell side, and corporates are in this ecosystem, and a virtuous almost circle where they're providing feedback on each other, and everybody benefits from it because we're basically raising, the benchmark and performances.
Great. So the membership proposition, what benefit for our members? Because it's one of the things that we've been driving hard is to create a value proposition, a reason why you want to belong to the society, you want to be part of this ecosystem.
Yeah, we're first of all totally excited that we're partnering now with the IR Society of South Africa. We're very excited and feel very grateful for that opportunity. We're right at the beginning, so we're hopefully evolving together and identifying various benefits that we can deliver together as a collaborative sort of force. But fundamentally, what we're bringing to the table is the ability to identify what the investor community identifies as best in class, to stay really close to the market sentiment, and to give you the ability to control the company narrative, to shape your investor relations engagement, to pinpoint really the pain points or where the opportunities are in terms of better resource allocation, but also, access to management or better quality of your financial disclosure or ESG or all the other aspects that we are basically assessing as part of the survey process. And also more specifically for the IR Society members, as part of our partnership, we would like to give you obviously beneficial rates on our licenses and our events attendance, so you can be part of this global community as well that comes together every year at our awards event, and to network and to learn also from other investor relations professionals out there.
Thank you. Thanks, Amani. I think for us, what we're excited about is that just it connects us to an international stage. And at the end of the day, we know we're trying to attract capital from around the world. I think understanding peer groups, really, really important for us. We thought this is an important tool to bring to our members, and we're excited about taking this forward next year. Amani, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks.